Yo, you tuning into the Notion Podcast. I'm your host, Dizzy D. Spill, with my co-host in the building.
Farmer Poe, man. I am in the building.
Finally in the building.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, bro, we can't waste no time, dog. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover. We got some things and some folks to call out. It has been a wild week with the Trump administration, the Epstein files, Stephen A. Smith not knowing what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But from just diving into it, first of all, I want to know, what do you think about the released emails and some of the chatter that's been going on regarding Trump? We always knew that there was some speculation with him being involved because him and Epstein were friends. You see photos and you see footage and things like that, but to actually see some concrete dialogue of what Epstein thought about Trump's participation in things that were allegedly happening, what's your take on that?
It doesn't seem because of like people are speculating for a while, and then we just see what type of individual he's portrayed himself to be over the course of many years. It's not really like surprising.
Oh, no, not at all.
And then I think that we grew up in a world where our sitting president Bill Clinton was getting this off.
In a world where presidents get caught.
Yeah, he was getting it. and then we have characters like George Bush Jr.
Yeah.
I think it's not really crazy no more to see politicians, let alone the president, except my man Barrio.
Yeah.
He definitely held it down.
Yeah.
But to see politicians, and especially the president, involved in things like that is not really crazy.
Like, presidential scandals for millennials is common.
Yeah,
it's like celebrity scandals.
Yeah, our grandma and our aunties, like their presidents wasn't like that. That was
I mean, JFK.
Nah, but
with Marilyn Monroe and Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah, but wasn't no social media.
Man, it was getting to him though.
All right, but she
had
relations with a lot of people.
Yeah, this is true.
So we're not gonna put that off on my man JFK.
Yeah, you just can't put it off on the JFK. Yeah. That's true. That's fair.
Because she wooed him.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Well, I mean, you do make a good point. I think what's surprising to me is how many of his supporters are still trying to defend at this point.
Well, they have to.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they have to.
They don't have to.
I mean, if they definitely don't want to have this guy do some things, pull some strings,
do some things, and pull some strings,
sign some papers,
right?
Then they gonna have to, because they've already seen. Because I think people have seen that. You know, sometimes behind closed doors, we don't know what's going on with all these different politicians.
Yeah.
Agreements and different tactics that they use.
This is true,
right? But we've seen this man is willing to go the distance and do.
He's willing to go the distance.
The unthinkable. It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be great.
Everyone's gonna love it.
It's gonna be great. You'll never seen anything like this before.
So things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why this individual would be calling me knowing we recording a podcast.
Yeah, it be like that. It's probably somebody watching the live that's actually calling to be a hater.
It might be. But yeah, they I think politicians, especially. Okay, I thought it was going off. Yeah, it's just not too crazy. Our president has already shown that he's threatened individuals to do things.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and even through threats that might be bluff, he has done things and promised people things. So like, what's the governor that was from Illinois that got out? That he got out.
I don't know the name.
Recently,
I
but
know.
You remember that whole scandal that he was involved in while he was in prison. So Trump let him out. Trump is letting different individuals out.
Yeah.
So
will Diddy be released?
That's what they saying. They saying that.
Yeah.
That he you know what I'm saying?
That would be crazy if he did release Diddy. But my take is this. It's kind of a smoking gun at this point after speculation regarding the whole Epstein thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The thing that triggers me at times, for the record, I got to keep saying this. I am independent. I do not rock with Democrats. I do not rock with Republicans. But since, the Republicans are on the plate right now and the bases are loaded, you know what I'm saying? This is who we're going to talk about.
Okay.
And the thing is to defend something like this, because one of the things that Stephen A. did, because I'm getting tired of him, man. Some of his points I agree with at times, but I'm getting tired of him
Stephen A. just got a bigger check. You know what side he on now.
Yeah. But I'm looking at it like, the Democrats have 4 years. 4 years. To release it, and now you want to, he doing all of that, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, almost any documentary that you watch, anything that ever comes to light, it's always years old from the time that it happened.
Yeah, because that, for one, they can't just, let's just be honest, let's everyone be honest. Do y'all think that the government will just release these documents with individuals' names and information on it? One, because there are ongoing cases involved in it, so this is information that should not be public right away.
Right.
But then, regardless of the fact that we know that there's people's names involved in these different lists
that are in some of these government official seats,
not only do they have to do their due diligence as the like for the case,
right?
But these people's lives could be directly endangered. And
bruh,
this could dismantle and disrupt the way the whatever organizations or whatever positions they have. So It's not like you just you allowing these people to necessarily. Some things is not you allowing it because you are okay with it.
Right.
It's because it has to, because if not,
you get hated on.
Shit get messed up.
Well, here's my point. This is what I'll say. I'll say that for those out there that's trying to defend it, saying, oh, they're trying to have a reason to hate on Trump. Listen, Trump has done enough.
Yeah, he did enough.
He's done enough.
Promise.
He's done enough to where nobody has to really go that hard to smear his name.
Right.
I literally did an episode. I did a Dolo episode some weeks ago where he's on Air Force One saying he don't know if he'll get into heaven. Okay, anybody that's not confident in going to heaven has done some things behind closed doors.
On a plane, though.
On a plane, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to stop. We got to stop acting like, yo, this stuff is weird or getting thrown off. But what I'm gonna add to this, because I'm gonna go back to Stephen A. Stephen A. We already know where he's at. We already know how he's aligned. Shut up, Stephen A. That's my thing. As far as the supporters of this administration, at what point are you going to hold accountability? Because what we're seeing right now, and you got to remember, this is his first year back in office. What we're seeing right now is we're seeing a whole bunch of yeah.
He's only been in office for you. We got 3 more years.
3 more years of this. So here's what I'm looking at.
I feel like this person playing with me.
Yeah, they probably is, man.
Like you watching the episode.
Yeah, they probably is, man.
They don't realize that when I do that means
they don't understand. So here's what I'll say. On top of the fact that it's only been his first year back, and you're starting to see chaos happen in the party, and I'm gonna tell you how. Because I've been doing some homework and I've been watching some things. Now he's pulled his support from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
They're beefing right now. But the interesting is, part of the reason why they're funking is because when he decided to take part in this shutdown, because everybody said it was Democrats. No, it's both of y'all not coming to an agreement. Mm-hmm. Her kids, her children that were her kids that are in their 20s started being affected because some of those resources were being taken away, right? And we talked about this. This is it's not just going to affect one party. It's going to affect the country because there's people that are on both parties that needed these resources. So that sparked that beef. And then you got the young up and comings, the Nick Fuenteses and stuff like that. That's now kind of talking crazy about Trump, and he kind of getting at the black token Republicans. So it's like remember in wrestling when they had different versions of NWO? You had NWO, you had Latino NWO, and then you had the Wolfpack. That's what's happening in the Republican Party right now.
It's been happening.
And this is only the first year. It's like, how y'all finna clean this up?
My thing, that's why I always find it fascinating that, like, why anyone would directly label themselves or label others as being just solely a Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, whatever, because you're a human being. So your morals, values, all the different things that you find to be important in life, all the different things that you have to vote on, that could differ. That could be.
It could shift.
It could change. There's so many different variables that play into who you are.
Yeah.
So for you to say that you are on either side of the aisle, no, it's based on whatever you find to be the most morally important thing that some politician is either fighting for or fighting against. That's what is your driving force for being on either side of the aisle. Typically, is that you usually agree more with these types of people. Sometimes people agree with many different things.
Exactly.
But for the most part, all it takes is for one of those individuals to not agree, and then now things are shifted.
That's why I've said this. I've even said this to people in our comment section. I think it's extremely ignorant to be party over country, because there are people in both parties that are corrupt. There are people in both parties that are more part of that party because of the benefits they can get from the group, right? And for me personally, there are things that I agree with that are conservative, and there's things that I agree with that are liberal. So to try to pick a side is stupid, because I'm aligning myself with everything on that one side that I don't necessarily 100% agree with, right? So the way that I see this moving forward is like, now I get to watch people that have committed themselves to one side try to debate every single thing that's being said about that side, even if it's fact. Because here's the thing. All of the people that's defending what's going on with this current administration right now knows damn well, if this was Biden, if this was Obama, or if this was a Republican representative that y'all didn't like too much that was representing and in that seat, they would be flaming him right now. They would be going, bruh, they still talk about Obama, and he ain't been in office almost a decade.
I think one of the most valuable, experience, not valuable.
Yeah.
It's always valuable, the experience. But just one example I could say that why I'm like two people on opposite sides of the aisle, that a Trump supporter or someone who's against Trump at a rally or through discussion would most likely have some disagreements and probably call each other names or not like each other, right?
Right.
I told you I purchased another problem solver recently. Right?
Yeah.
The FFL guy who I go through, he's the only residential FFL guy in Sacramento.
Wow.
Right? So this dude is like damn near, I think like 70-something, 80 years old.
Right.
Almost. Old white man, Trump supporter, because he was talking about certain things about Trump when we were there. But every time I'm around him, he's always sitting down with me, talking to me, hella likes me. He called me up, asked me if I had a safe. Like, I was already gone from his house. He was like, "Hey, you got a safe?" He's like, I got one. I was like, "I'm selling it. I wondered if you had one." I was like, "No." He's like, "Harold, man," he was like, you're a cool guy, man. He was like, "We should go out one day and, maybe like shoot some targets and stuff, man."
I'm like, is it safe?
Is it safe? No, but even the last time I was there, he's like, "You want to drink a beer, man?" He was like he's just hella cool ass old white guy just sitting there wanting to talk to me and be hella chill. But our differences in age, the differences in
perspective in life, and
our lives, the experiences, economically, all these different things, and how we are totally opposite.
Right.
But yet, when we meet, none of that shit matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the craziest part, because people think that just because their political views are different, that they are different as people, and it's not. It doesn't really work like that. You know what I'm saying? And here's an example. You can go into a job right now, and there's people that are Democrats and there's people that are Republicans, and they work in the same building, same company, same department. How different are you then? Right? You got same job, same responsibilities, all of that. Understand the company better than the people outside the company. So that's why another reason why I'll add to why I think it's crazy when people are so wrapped up in the political perspective of what they think about the other side, because there's problems on both sides. I just am curious to see how this is going to get handled.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason why I say curious is because this is the first president in history that's the president of the United States with felonies.
Nah, not just that. He's a certified gangster.
Yes.
Man,
yeah.
Because he's felonies.
Yeah.
He got shot.
Yeah.
And shot at.
He
didn't. What he got? What was the other
scandal?
Scandal.
Well, which one?
Oh yeah, he letting rappers out of jail.
Yeah. Letting some of the insurrection people out of jail who actually committed more crimes after they got.
He's recorded making threats.
You know something? I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna hit different.
My man.
And I'm glad that the people on live are watching this, because I don't think anybody has ever said this. Donald Trump is the first president that everybody thought the first black president would be.
Damn.
I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is the first president that everybody thought the first black president would be, from getting shot to getting shot at, talking crazy to people, doing what he want, getting at people, making fun of people. He don't miss a day. He don't miss a day on social media.
He remodeled the White House.
Yeah. We would do that in their eyes.
He remodeled the White House.
Yeah.
This man is going down. The worst rated president. Everybody thought.
And everybody thinks it's a ballroom, but I got some sources that says it's going to be a studio because he's dropping an album.
Nah. Hey, look, he using funds to go build things.
Well, I'm going to correct that. Those funds were donations. They weren't taxpayer money, but the donations, I'm going to give y'all some homework. Everybody that's listening and watching, go Google who donated for the construction for the ballroom. And when you see the names and entities that donated, you already know what it is.
How much did it cost, though? What was the cost?
I think it was in the millions.
Oh, it was, of course, millions, but
I don't think billions, but it was millions.
I heard it was like 45 or something like that.
Or
45 for.
I heard it was 47.
I see your eyebrows raised. I was like, I knew it was. You know when your partner finna come with the joke, they're like, oh,
this what we doing? Yeah. But yeah, he's building a ballroom, and I know there was people talking about when Obama built a basketball court. There was a dumbass in the comments.
Obama built a basketball court?
He did. He built a basketball court. And a dumbass in our comment section said, well, what about when Obama spent $300 million on a basketball court? I said, $300 million is enough for a new arena for the Warriors to play. But what he did was he got the little portable joints that we used to hoop on when we was kids.
Yeah.
He got 2 of those and put some tape down on a tennis court.
Yo.
$400. Never remodeled anything.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is that person, somebody probably told that person that, and they just believed it because it was a fellow supporter, right?
Right.
But you gotta go do your homework.
Yeah.
You gotta do your homework.
Trump got a ballroom to show how much he balling.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I heard the opening night, Jim Jones is supposed to perform balling.
Yo.
Just don't invite Max B, man. It might get real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Max B. But
That's
it's going to be interesting as this moves forward because, like I said, the first year is crazy. For this to be the first year for all of this stuff that's going on, and then what I do wish is that when you're talking to a supporter of his or a supporter of that party, that they just kept it real. They just keep it real. Like, it's okay to say, I don't like some of the moves that they're making, or you know what, that's not good, or I'm gonna give, I'll even give Charlie Kirk some credit, because a lot of folks, I wasn't crazy about his talking points and his views, but I'm gonna give even him some credit. He even had the gall to be like, yeah, the administration needs to make it right with releasing the Epstein files. Mm-hmm. And then after he started saying stuff like that, he stopped talking about it because he got talked to. So even he had the understanding to be like, nah, we need to see what's up. Because this has been the narrative since he got in office because of what he promised, right? He said, yeah, when I get back, I'm going to release the files. But he didn't think about
his name was
his actual file within the files.
Yeah. Oh, we kept the files?
We kept the files.
But see, I think when you say Trump is, he's only been in office for a year, I'm going to be honest, man, I kind of miss the OG Trump. Like the 2000, what's this, 25 era, so the 2020 era Trump.
Talking about pre-COVID and
I missed that one because it was an energy out there. That man, despite us hating him, he did have some like his tweets, his social media posts were pretty funny.
He's a YN on the internet, dog.
He's pretty funny.
He is a YN on the internet,
He's just been making his moves, which is he's still crazy, but I don't get to see him as much.
I still don't get used to the commander-in-chief talking crazy on the internet.
I got used to it.
I can't because it's like, bro, there's wars and stuff going on, bro, and you on your phone like, oh yeah, and to Busta Rhymes, let me
see,
yo, like he really addresses he addresses all his beef.
But I accepted COVID when COVID hit. Yeah, I accepted it. I said, oh, here we are.
That made sense. Everybody was locked up.
It. So I kind of missed some of those things. I miss Versus.
Well, Versus hits different now that you got freedom.
I miss how much it costs to get how much you would get for jobs from you
talking about hazard pay? Hazard pay.
I missed the stimulus package.
Well, he said
I should have did a fucking PPP loan. I should have did one of them.
He said he was going to give everybody 2 bands for the money that was made off the tariffs. But I have a feeling since he decided to cut tariffs on the fruits and vegetables and protein, you know how he is. This is why I say he the first black president to the stereotype, right? Yeah, because he gonna come back and be like, "Hey, man, listen, I know I said I was gonna get out of 2 bands, but I had to slash prices on the tomahawks, man, and the bell peppers. So we don't have nothing left for y'all.
If you want oranges year round, you're going to have to accept some things. If you want strawberries."
This is what they gonna write up for him
in December. Then they gotta grow somewhere, right?
We know the blacks like watermelon, right? You gotta have your watermelon.
You never thought why we
you
got
grape
all this
sodas.
Why we got all this?
That's what he gonna say. That's where the money went. That's where the money is gonna go because he just cut tariffs on that. So it's. Yo, they fight for their life right now, man. And still Democrats can get blamed for something. Y'all got the House, y'all got the Senate, y'all got the presidency, and you guys dominate the Supreme Court as far as in members. This is on y'all. Like you literally are ball hogging right now, right?
Well, Prop 50 did get passed, so
shout out to Curtis Jackson.
A little bit. It took me a little second. Like my brain didn't catch it right away. Like, Curtis, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, Prop 50 is a big deal, but it's not a guarantee.
It's not.
It's not a guarantee.
Because now, potentially, what if the other states start doing it?
Yeah.
And then,
Then it's just...
I ain't gonna lie. Prop 50, they literally had my vote. They had it. Mm-hmm. The vote was there. I had voted no.
Mm-hmm. So...
But I didn't... I said no. I put my vote thing in the envelope and sealed it. I sealed it and I signed it.
Right.
And some told me, you know what? Because when I was reading those little booklets they give you, they say the con and the pro and shit. I'm reading, I'm like, why the fuck we moving shit around? Keep this shit the same way.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So then some told me like, nah, Harold, don't turn it in yet. So I typed it in, looked it up, and I kept seeing yes and yes everywhere. Then I'm talking to my coworkers, I'm like, y'all voted? They like, all the black folks in my office, they come together.
Yeah.
And have
it's like a huddle.
I'm like, yeah. They like, you voted her? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go turn mine in a little bit. You vote yes, right? I was like,
yeah. Yo, when you do that look.
It was too many yeses of it. I was like, yeah. I'm like, what you mean? They like, you voted? I said, yeah, no, nigga. They like, what, Harold? And I was like, oh, y'all had a meeting?
You know blacks have a meeting.
I missed the
blacks have a meeting when it come to voting, man.
Man, I took my little envelope down to, I had to go to the library, found the because we got a drop box at the school.
Right.
I was gonna drop I dropped it signed.
Right.
Go to the library on the last day.
Right.
Everybody in line, everybody talking yeses and all this, and I'm just holding my little envelope.
Right.
So, I don't reveal my vote. So I pull up. I'm in line. They keep like, nah, the ballots, you can drop them off in here. I was like, nah, I got to change some stuff.
Yeah, man. I think
one thing.
I think I spelled my name wrong.
It's only one question. I just want to be sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I voted at the library.
Yeah.
And, since everybody voted the same, I'm not afraid by saying I voted yes.
Yeah.
On Prop 50.
Yeah.
So I feel like because it passed, I was part of that.
Yeah, of course. You got to be a part of that, right?
Part of that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of like an example of like
what if my vote was the one decided
the one decided one, and then it comes out because years later they're able to say who voted for what.
Like this
Got your picture up, you know what I'm saying? You've been missing for a few weeks. You've been hiding, eating canned goods. You know what I'm saying?
No, but look, streets, it's hella like SS posters of Trump, and they got an army marching through the streets. Like
they looking, bruh. They looking. They done sent the Batman after you and everything, man.
Yeah, man.
But it's
I'm with the people.
It's a crazy time, man. And I don't know how effective these things coming out with the Epstein files and stuff.
I don't think anything is going to happen.
I don't believe it's going to happen either.
Is because one, the only thing we ever seen anything happen to a president besides get like a consequence besides getting shot, like the president to get shot. That's one thing we know. A lot of different presidents get shot.
Yeah.
But like consequential repercussions would be Watergate with what's your man? President. Yeah. See, been a while since we said his name, Nixon.
Yeah.
All right. So that is a consequence. They impeached him.
Yeah.
But an impeachment isn't the actual consequence necessarily because an impeachment is just an action. It's a trial.
Right. Right.
It's like saying you got brought up on charges.
Well, I mean, it's not going to take you out the White House now.
Yeah,
if something concrete comes out where it's just slam dunk, this is exactly what you did on this date, we have everything we need, he could possibly get removed. But I think the following and the support,
he's done so much to should have gotten himself removed already. That's what I was getting ready to land my plane on. Like, yeah.
I don't think there's anything that he could do that could make the party turn against him. I only think that if he beefs with certain Republicans, they would turn against him.
I think they've already turned against him. I think it's a lot of them over there that's like, this dude got here on accident.
Yeah.
We didn't really want him.
Yeah.
And we don't like him.
Yeah.
He's kind of it's like, all right, you got an operation. We're gonna put it in street terms. You got dudes who got an operation going on, everything going smooth. Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Nigga, when his cousin showed up, his cousin
and his girl
showed up
pretty
with that
much
stupid ass hat and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that all the other presidents, Obama was Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Then you got this nigga Nicky Barnes sliding. Now Nicky Barnes is president.
Right. That makes sense.
And so he's just doing crazy shit.
And the crazy thing is like I said, that's a separate entity. The young Republicans are beefing, right?
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to sit back and watch.
I mean, they're beefing so much that we did. See, this is another reason why I when black folks, especially because we say it a lot, We speculate about what other groups are doing and what they're not doing in comparison to things that we are experiencing. We'll say, oh, well, white people do this with their families, and white people don't be doing this or that, and them other groups don't do this and that. Is because that's what your algorithm is tapped into.
Yep.
Charlie Kirk apparently supposedly was assassinated by a member of his own party, but a different sector of the party that don't like his sector, supposedly. Like, apparently this kid had ties to organizations within the Republican Party that were not with Charlie Kirk. You get what I'm saying?
Bro, listen, there's a lot of people that will not move away from the idea that the kid that's being brought up on charges was Democrat. You can't tell them that he was not Democrat.
Bro, this is almost polar opposite to Malcolm X. Malcolm got murked by what? Temple. I ain't gonna say the Temple because there's a lot of they be watching.
Yeah, they in the chat.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna say which temple, but it was brothers from the community that assassinated Malcolm. And just because you're a part of the same organization does not mean that there aren't somehow going to be some.
Well, what was one of Charlie Kirk's talking points? That black people were the most violent, right?
I heard he said that.
Now, and then when you look up the stats, because it was per capita, you gotta find a right. So it's per capita because when you look at it on the grand scale of things, black people don't have enough to have the most violence. So what they do is they go per capita, and then the other thing that they do is they say, so look at these stats. But then when you look at the stats, who are the victims of the violence? It's other black people, right?
Because most of that stuff is proximity.
Right. So with that being said, it's not a shock because even his situation was proximity. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Most high-profile situations, it's proximity to the point of it's somebody connected, and it's by race as well.
Yeah, because most black people didn't know who the hell dude was.
Right, until something happened to him.
I knew who he was because I was watching his clips, the clips that I was tapped into.
Did you just call him Charlie Clips? You wild. You wild, bro.
You savage. I was tapped into him. I saw his he was debating with people on the internet.
Well, I seen a lot of his YouTube debates.
I seen it.
And I seen a lot of his college campus debates.
But it was mostly about the LGBTQ community. So I didn't know that he had views. I could tell he probably did if he was to talk about them.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know he had the views that he had.
When he did the 20 liberals versus conservative, you really got to hear how much he was on one side. I mean, they were talking about, the processes of removing a pregnancy, and he said some things that would be controversial to most to stand 10 toes down on his belief in Christianity and things like that. But I'm just using the reason why I brought him up as an example is because when we start looking at suspects of certain situations and certain crimes, it's proximity. But for some reason, people want to slice the pie up by race and say that it's all the black people shoot everybody but black people, and it's like that's not true.
I wish. Well, I don't give a fuck.
Yo, arguing with himself. I can tell whatever point that you were making, you had both the devil and the angel on both shoulders, and they was arguing, and you got tired of them arguing, so you stepped in and was like, man, I don't care.
But I was gonna say I wish, but then you know how you get to it, like, I don't really give a fuck. But it's just interesting. None of this stuff surprises me, but I'm fascinated by it because it just keeps happening, but in different ways. And so I don't understand how people can't just view it from that way. There is always going to be in America, there has always been when it comes to political uprisings or issues of especially like when it comes to race relations in politics and in society, there's always going to be some others. So right now, they're rounding up all the different migrants or immigrants, right?
For sure.
I don't like saying migrants, it's immigrants.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing they did to the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing that they've done to other groups throughout history.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be some other, and there's always some fear involved where it's
Right.
not even a real fear. It's just a perceived fear of this group, as if this group is the cause of such
The fear is in your ears,
crimes.
brother. The fear is in your ears. It's what you hear and not what you're actually reading and seeing.
Yeah, because it's literally, all it is it's the same equation. It's going to be a group or of another.
Yep.
It's going to be a certain crime that is attached to this group every time.
Right. So let me ask you this before we get out of here, because it pertains to this political conversation and the drama. I'm pretty sure you're familiar, not with all, but with a lot of the black conservatives, right? And
Not all, but it's a few of them I'm familiar with. Yeah.
what do you think is going through their head right now with the fact that this party is kind of shaken up with disagreeing with each other? But I don't know how familiar you are with Nick Fuentes, right? Mm-hmm. Nick Fuentes is like, if you look at Joe Rogan, he's right on Joe Rogan's heels, right? He is like the pinnacle of racist, everything that covers racism. He don't care.
Unapologetic.
You know, I actually respect the fact that he's not trying to hide it. He's letting it be known. I don't like you. He's literally said black people need to be locked up and women need to shut up. Look it up. He's literally said that's how he feels, right?
Oh, so he just want, never mind.
He really
just
about
want to be
that.
around other white men.
And no, he's up there, bro.
No, I'm saying he just wants to be around white men.
Yeah.
Just say that, Nick.
And here's the other
Say
thing.
that shit, man.
Here's the other thing. Now what he did is he's like, yeah, it's time to get out these token blacks that are black conservatives.
Oh, get rid of them too.
Yeah, he said we need y'all up out of here. You're just a token black.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like he really. So my thing is, right?
He pulls up with him like the Disney bully music. Yeah.
He's one of those people, bro, where we've seen that. We went to school with cats like him, right?
All right.
But the thing that
what's the name so I can...
No, I ain't gonna put them on blast, but we probably beat up a couple of them here and there. But what I'll say is he says these things, and then you have black conservatives that spend a great deal of their time on their platforms denouncing black culture, talking about black people and how it is. So I just would love to know what they think, because he's not the only one that feels that way. A lot of them feel that way. He's just honest enough to say it and say it on camera. So when you have somebody that popular and that polarizing in that party speaking like that, it's like, now what do you do?
You know,
Because they don't like, here's a news flash for black conservatives, right? They don't need the black vote to win an election.
Yeah, because they're going to get it.
This last election did not need the black vote for them to get in office. So what really is your contribution to the party? Let alone what are the benefits are you getting from the party?
It's a mind thing. They got some of them it's a survival thing. Some of them it is their own ideologies and how they view themselves and the community. Because there are black folks that are going to be critical of black people, but oftentimes what you do notice when they have these conversations is they appear black. Many of these black conservatives, you'll see them wearing the police flag, with the hunting gear. So it's kind of
just like Stone Cold Steve Austin,
right? So you kind of are like, you're not sure how to categorize them, and then they also don't do many. What if they're having conversations that we're being critical about black people? We will often say we. We'll say we a lot,
right?
We.
They say they. They say they.
So they're othering us and putting themselves into their group.
And the crazy thing is they can mean something else too. So they all over the place.
Yeah, you crazy. So and it's interesting because it's like, all right, so what do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as some black person that is not black, or you are better than the black people that you're talking about? Like, how do you view yourself?
How do you even know that you're any better outside of what you've accomplished?
Well, I'm imagining that they feel some sense of superiority by stating the things that they state because they feel like they are not they're not the same.
Here's how we can eliminate this trouble that they have before we get out of here, good brother. Because I agree with you as far as, and that's exactly what it is, right? Mm-hmm. They pedestalize themselves. I am not like them. I am him. Whatever it is that you guys want to say. Mm-hmm. I live in this area. I don't listen to this music. Ribs. Gross. Right? That's them, right? But here's the real test. If you're really accepted, you black conservatives out there, that I don't have a problem with the way you view life or even view us. What I want you to do is I want you to get your best outfits, clothing. Definitely don't forget your MAGA hat. You're going to need a MAGA hat. Mm-hmm. And I want you, this is for only black conservatives, okay? I want you can either be 1, 2, 3 individuals. I want you to get in a car and I want you to go on a tour around the country, only to sundown towns. And if you can spend a night in every sundown town and make it back home safely and unharmed, I would say there's a place for you.
Do you watch those YouTube clips where the dudes go to the sundown towns?
I have not, but you can send them to me.
Bro, so it's it's a couple of different YouTubers, mm-hmm. and they're black. They'll go to these sundown towns, and they're trolling when they go in these places a lot. And they'll ask different people questions, and the people will tell them. Some people will be like, hey, you might not want to go over to that. Like, he'll go to a neighboring town first mm-hmm. and ask about the town, and then go to the actual town. Mm. And, yeah, there's several of them out there that do it.
I seen a clip of something like that, but I haven't seen, like, whole videos. You have to send me that.
Yeah, they definitely.
But I recommend that for our different brothers and sisters out there that are not really accepting or inviting by their views. But yeah, man, this is gonna. We only have just shy of, I guess, 60 days of the year, and it's this season of America did not disappoint as far as in the drama.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, we definitely had a good run this season.
A lot of guest appearances.
But it's not over.
It's not.
And I think we may have figured out who our nominee is for the up and coming
Your Man's Awards. Yeah. We have something called Your Man's Awards that we're going to be giving out on the Notion podcast, and we will talk about that more. But we still got to figure out, as far as in the nominees and best award,
and we like to keep the Your Man's Awards. What's great about the Your Man's Awards is the nominees oftentimes don't know that they're nominated because the work that they do is so great that they have to focus. And so we don't want to distract them from their work. And so when we nominate these individuals and we present them with their awards, it will be with a name that is given to them by the committee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we will explain more in deeper context in the next episodes what the Your Man's Awards is. Yeah. This is going to be something great for all that tune in. Yeah. But we finna go ahead and we finna get up out of here, man. You've been tuning into the Notion podcast. For sure. I'm your host, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-host in the building,
Farmer Poe.
And this is Outlawed Opinions. You know what to do. If this is your first time showing up to the platform, make sure you like and subscribe and turn the notifications on the bell so you don't miss any of our content. Until next time, peace.